Welcome to Sunny Days 305 Degrees podcast. You know, I have my brother Jonny Muhammad, who was a brother that was very, very instrumental when we was participating in Operation Hunger Strike, as I am 1/9 member of the Hunger 9. And so I just want to have a little in-depth conversation and let, Brother Jonny express, what he experienced some of the nights that we was out there. As a matter of fact, today is the 5th anniversary of the Hunger 9, and today, the 18th, is the 9th day of the Hunger Strike.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Brother Jonny.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Greetings, family. Wow, it's hard to explain what we experienced because a lot of it was so surreal. Right around this time too, the brothers started having different experiences spiritually. I guess going without food that long, you start going through some changes. So I think the biggest thing that started happening around this time was the brothers would have these moments where you all would just go into like these spiritual nirvanas. Y'all would just begin walking around at different times. Each one of y'all would just be walking around and y'all would stop. And all of us who would be doing security or manning whatever post that we were manning at the time, you would stop, and it was like you were sent to one of us at different times. And y'all would just say things to us and give us experiences that you've had. And one of the biggest things I think was like around this time, around the 18th, was around this time, the 8th or 9th day, when we were Brother Al and I was reading your book, and then Brother Brandon joined us, Mustafa was there, and every night you would come out. We would have that little group meeting right there at the front gate where we had our little command post set up, and you just dropped so many spiritual jewels on us, and you would tell us and teach us about what we were reading, because we'd ask you about different segments of your book at the time. And go get the book, guys, believe me. I think it's in recopy right now, but whatever it is, whenever he has something out to write, get it. It's most definitely going to be spiritually uplifting. And it's about our experiences. You'll grow, legions from this study. I learned a lot about the human body. You brothers begin to come out and teach, and as I saw you all transform and heal and turn into different beings, it was just a magnificent experience. And to watch all your, me and Brother Al was calling at the time, we're watching your kingship be unfolded. So that was a real large part of my experience.
Brother, sometimes I know for a fact that God's hands was on
Absolutely.
the Hunger 9 and Operation Hunger Strike.
Absolutely.
Because when I listen to people like you and other people that tell me things about that experience,
yes,
it's like I'm hearing those things for the first time.
Wow.
And sometimes, I do believe, I don't be hallucinating. I know that I participated.
Right.
But it's the things that the people say that was going on, that was happening,
right,
that really moved me, because, I don't know when brothers started really getting hungry at particular times,
right,
but it just seemed like in the hunger area part of it,
right,
I think God took care of that for us.
Absolutely.
And I think if people wouldn't have been coming out during the days, and seeing how our body was, deteriorating for real.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because all of us lost 20 to 30 pounds.
Yes. Absolutely.
But we was in the experience.
Right.
So it's always fascinating for me, man, when I hear somebody that experienced that.
Right.
Every day I try to repost what happened 5 years ago. So today I posted the 9th day.
Right. Nice.
And it takes me, when I listen to those tapes, it takes me right back to that moment, and I still be asking myself, man, how do we do that?
Right. And it's unbelievable to me. But big brother, the thing that makes it real to me though is this. Many of us, I mean, we're all still together. I mean, you know us, the guys that were right there, me, Mustafa, Brother Al, Brother Brandon, we're still a tight unit, and we still move out on the instructions that we got during that time period. It's things that you said to us and things that was said to us by the brothers, mainly you with our experience though, because from like the 5th or 6th night on, we would always meet at that front gate. Mm-hmm. And we was reading your book, and we was going through all of these different exchanges. Mm-hmm. So, and we was getting instructions that we're still following through on to this day. You know, Brother Al is using one of the instructions that you gave him, you know, not to put anything, you know, unjustly out there, but he's healing himself now as a result of things that we said 5 years ago in that place. So it's very real. I think that's why we have such strong witness bearers. There's so many of us who were affected by it, because you guys were like on another realm of existence. You would have no way of really bearing witness to it. People ask me all the time, they're like, Johnny, you know, man, come on, man, I knew they was eating something. People were sneaking them something. I said, brother, I was on the gate every night. You know, I said, no one, I said, and you know the thing that befuddles me and that's real? Not one of the brothers, not one time, ever asked any one of us, man, sneak me a sandwich. You know, and that's the realest thing ever said right there, family. I hope y'all really understand and can take my humble word for it. You know, I was there every night. No one knows me, God, and the men that were there. No one so much as a blade of grass. I seen the brothers, they never even asked anyone for food. If they did, I wasn't present, and I was present. People were coming from outside with all kinds of things. They never once even thought about breaking their fast. They had made a commitment, and I got to watch 9 of my brothers really hold fast on what they gave their word to do when they did it. So, you know, it was a different type of experience, you know.
So, Brother Johnny, I often tell people, you know, when they ask about the Hunger Nine and what we sacrificed, you know, and what I sacrificed personally, you know. So 9 of us, bro, we really put our lives, our businesses, our wives, our beds, our appetites.
Man, you're trying to make me start crying now, brother.
We really put it all on the line for this community, and we didn't ask for no laws to be changed. We didn't ask for nobody to pay us. Nope. The only thing that we wanted to do was have an internal dialogue with our own community.
Absolutely.
You know, just to plead and ask them to stop killing themselves and each other.
Yes, sir.
You know, and so, brother, like, people were coming from all over the world.
Yes.
You know, standing in line, rabbis and Baptist preachers and priests and mayors and some of everybody who everybody say is somebody.
Yeah, it was at that gate.
You know, came out just like the people was coming out to see the baby Jesus.
Yes, absolutely.
They were coming from miles and miles around from the east, and all the wise people was coming around.
The first 5 to 10 days, that's all that came. You know, and then at the end, of course, everybody from everywhere. But we didn't have a lot of people right in our own neighborhood that came, you know. But it's something you touched on that I really want to touch on that I've never had an opportunity to speak on that. You know, I watched these men sacrifice everything. You think about it. You go to prison, you do 20 years. Let's say you don't do no, you do your dub. And you get out, and you done found you a job, you making $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a week. And you know, you straighten out your life, getting everything good. You just about to get above water. Your wife feeling good. She been carrying the load for you the whole 20. Now, I'm just gonna leave it at a 20. I'm gonna leave it at a 20. We'll make it easy for you. We'll leave it at a dub. And you know, I watched these women sacrifice that entire time. I watched this man sacrifice that entire time. This man relinquished his job and didn't even have a reason why he was doing it. He just said he's got to do it. He knew he had to do it. And that's another end of him giving his word. He gave his word. If he got out, he was going to do this work with the rest of his life. He didn't say he'd do it unless he got to give up, you know, a $1,500 a week job. He said he was going to do it, period. And that's what he did. And I watched the other brothers do the same thing. All of them risked their lives. For fasting for 15, 20, 25 days is a very, very serious endeavor. Most people do it with professionals around them. Professionals. We're in the middle of the hood, about to get our rumps shot off out there. Good thing it's Ramadan, man. We're fasting right now, so if I seem a little intense and uptight, we're in the middle of a fast now, and nothing of that comparison, but it's just our yearly fast of Ramadan, and it's bringing some things out of us spiritually as well. Because today I didn't even know I'd see you when we connected immediately, and I think I missed my appointment, but who cares? This was the appointment I was supposed to make, and I do know that. But just to watch the sacrifices they made, the sacrifices that their wives made, I can't imagine. I'm saying it, but we've all made sacrifices on that. But at the time, you're unconscious of it. But some things you just can't be unconscious of. This man is being questioned by his wife, by the guys at his job, the people who he's asking, hold his spot for him. Then not only does he not go back to his job when it's done, he comes back here and continues serving our community. And just the things that I've seen from these men, and there's certain things that happen that cause you to admire people and put them on different levels than regular people, because there's nothing regular about what I watched them do and what I watched them accomplish. And the sisters, they just stood in the paint for y'all, brother. I was walking them out every day, and they was like, man, when are they gonna quit? They wouldn't say anything to y'all too much. They were just trying to keep y'all inspired, but they were just like, man, Brother Johnny, when are they gonna stay out here? That's insane. I'm like, sister, I'll be here with them. All I know is I'll be here too. So, and it was getting good to us though. At a certain point, during that 14, 15, 16, 17, man, it was getting good. It was really good, and things was happening, and people were going out, people was connecting with us. We had hooked up with the Storm and Douglas people. They were out, and the sister came and saw you, and how we got, you got connected back with President Obama. It was just, so those days got really good and easy to deal with for us. It was not so much for them.
Right.
But they just still saw their loved ones deteriorating and suffering, and their bills mounting, and we're out here in the middle of it was still a war zone. Y'all brothers chose to sit right in front of Dunkin' Donuts in the most dangerous area that I've been in the city in a long time. Period. Every night there was shootings, there was stuff going on. It was almost like there was a dome around us. Because remember, we had the brothers right behind us that night that got into it. There's bullets flying everywhere around us. Not to my knowledge, not one came inside of that gate.
Right.
Not one. And we're standing on the gate like nothing's going on. So it was a very divine time, and the sacrifices that you all made, though, it's something I couldn't speak on enough. I really couldn't.
And so I'll say this, like, whatever had to be done, we made it happen outside.
Absolutely.
So brother Mel, he made a shower outside.
Absolutely.
Well, we got the water hose from the people from the next door, and we showered outside. Yeah. So absolutely. We did not go home.
No. Oh no, there was if there was any thought that they ever left the premises, man, it never happened. That was no question. We had everything there: a shower, the only water, bedding, porta potty. Yeah. Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one. We had nice facilities. And it was all put together by the brothers who were there. There was nothing there when we got there. Yeah. Now when we got there, it was a different story. But it took no time. Next thing you know, we had a shower up. We had the cots were all set up. We had bedding for the cots. I was the morning makeup cop man. So we was on and popping. It was good. It was good. It was really kind of comfortable. Other than the showers were cold, but Mel hooked that thing up, man. It was like Mel had an office, man. He made an office out of styrofoam or plastic or whatever he could get and find of the materials that were there. Man, you wouldn't have believed it. This man, that was Mel was off the chain.
So, Brother Johnny, I thank you for this interview. Absolutely. Part 1, in depth.
Yes, sir.
Hunger 9 operation, hunger strike.
Yes, sir.
Man, thank you for being a part of it, man, and thank you for remembering.
One of the honors of my life.
You know, such a momentous occasion, and I want our people to know, you know, hey man, they said, and we gonna beat the prophet. They say, a prophet and a messenger, man, he's not kind of like he's not respected in his own home where he's from.
Anywhere but in his own home.
You know, he have to go other places and you know, I tell you, when we went out, and like you said, we connected with some of the people from Storm and Douglas, you know, from the Parkland area.
Yes, they have like an event honoring you guys or something, don't they?
Yeah, we had an event, and I was one of the speakers. But when we went back to another event that they had in Parkland to gun violence, to end gun violence.
Yes, sir.
Brother, when the Hunger Nine went down there, and them people, they like, oh my God, Susie, there's the Hunger Nine. I mean, they were about to pass out.
Yes.
You know, giving you know, just thankful for the sacrifice that we did for a cause that was so much more big than ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know. So man, thank you once again for this interview.
It's an absolute honor, big brother. Thank you.
You already know what it is. Sunny Days, 305 Degrees Podcast, Hunger 9, 5-year anniversary, in-depth interview with Sensi Brother Jonny Muhammad. Stick around for part 2, Sunny Days 305. I'm Sunny Days. Hey man, wake up sleepy. Peace.